We've created salt dough, and now I'm going to show you how to use both salt dough and air dry clay in order to create kindness coins. Now you're going to want a little bit of extra flour for your salt dough if that's what you're using. I recommend getting a gallon Ziploc bag or some aluminum foil to rest your clay on. You can use tools like pencils, popsicle sticks. You can use, old marker tops as clay tools. You may have some clay tools that you have purchased from different places. You are welcome to just scavenge around and go and find anything that you think could be useful to play with the clay today. To carve into it, to press into it, to create textures and imprints. Be creative in your use of supplies and be resourceful. Take your plastic bag or aluminum foil and put it in front of you so you have a place to rest your clay. And we're going to start by grabbing a piece of clay and forming it into a ball and rest it in the palm of your hand. This one was a little too big, so you notice I took a little bit off to make it just a little smaller. And then I am going to push it into the shape of a coin gently with my fingers and hands. I decided this with the salt dough needed a little extra flour because it felt a little sticky. So you can see me just folding in a little extra flour to take away some stickiness. So I recommend that if you are using salt dough like we have been studying in art class. And then you can see I'm just going to form that coin again. And make sure it can fit into the palm of your hand. Then rest it on, your Ziploc bag or aluminum foil, whatever surface you're resting your work on today. Now I'm going to just let things go a little bit faster so you can see I recommend forming a few coins. You don't have to make quite as many as I have here, but I just kind of was having fun with it, so I kept going. I made 5 salt dough coins, and then just to show you the variety of ways you can make art, I also have Crayola Model Magic, which is an air dry clay, and I'm going to make 3 more using that medium. Notice again, I rest them on the Ziploc bag so it's easy to move them and have a safe place for them to dry. Now I'm just taking some of those clay tools that I went and found around my house, or even just random things I could use as clay tools, and I am starting to push and stamp my clay, making different patterns and different faces. Now I am going to play with glitter for a little while and just add some color onto my clay using glitter. If you have some and it's okay to use it, then you can. I also found some little jewels in the bottom of my art supply basket, and I am pushing those into the clay while it's wet. That's another way to embellish your clay today. I am going to use the clay tools again in different ways to push and stamp. I also have some markers that I'm starting to add color with. So you can see me coloring in some of the clay that I have previously stamped. You can write on your clay with markers. You can draw and color the clay with markers. You can sprinkle glitter onto the wet clay, and it should stick for the most part. You are also able to push googly eyes into your clay. If you do something you don't like, pick your clay up and make it into a flat coin again. I like the use of googly eyes. They're always fun. Now, if you push any plastic or anything into your clay, of course, you're going to just have to let it air dry. I do not recommend with the salt dough baking it with this particular project. You can other times, but you can just leave it out to dry and it will be just fine to dry over time. So notice how you can push the markers in to make some colorful stamp patterns. Here's a pin I found. I just pushed that in there randomly. And now I'm going to add a little bit of extra color with regular Crayola washable markers. Adding adding a little bit of character to each piece. A few little small details. And a little bit of extra color here and there. I hope that you will share your kindness coins with others and let them know the kind things that they've done for you that you appreciate. Showing gratitude and thankfulness to others is so important. So have fun and share kindness.